Hi everyone, this video is gonna be about Speedfarm Pit. I assume that you already have the gear to play Hydrakuna, and maybe you want to try to level your glyph to level 100, and maybe you try to do like Pit 85, 90, 95, and Hydrakuna can be a little bit slow for that. It's the best build for general content and overall. Speedfarm Pit gonna allow you to get a little bit more damage compared to Hydrakuna, but it's gonna be less versatile. So this build gonna be good for you if you wanna get your glyph to level 100, because you're gonna get that extra damage. I'm gonna show you. You got the variant summary here. Basically, you're gonna use Flicker Step and Inferno instead of Unstable Current. Inferno gonna give you 50% more damage. You're also gonna have Flame Shield instead of Lightning Spear. To get that extra damage from the skill tree, but I'm gonna show all of this during the setup. I will record live a little showcase. The showcase, I'm gonna showcase a Pit 100. Obviously, not many people are gonna do that for Pit 100, but for example, if you are struggling doing Pit 85 on Hydrakuna, you will be able to do Pit 85 more easily on the Speedfarm Pit version, even maybe Pit 90. So let's see that. Pit 100 takes me around 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half. It depends on the layout, it depends on the boss. For the potion, we're gonna use Resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is gonna give you that extra damage, not speed anymore, because we're gonna need that damage here. Sage Whisper for intelligence, Redamine Burst for toughness, and Soothing Spice also for toughness. Pit 100. But yeah, it should take around 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half, depends. But since I'm gonna comment on the video at the same time, I might be slower than I'm trying really to get a good time. So the build play exactly the same as Hydrakuna. The only difference is you're gonna have Inferno instead of Unstable Current, and as you can see here, you pull monster together with Inferno. You wanna look for elite packs, pull them together, lay down your Hydra to kill them. That's why it's a little bit less versatile than Hydrakuna. Is more focused on it pushing stuff here. You don't really need to pull monster together in general content, they all die. Don't forget to lay down your Hydra. Your damage are coming from Hydra, so if you don't lay down your Hydra, you're not gonna deal any damage. Had a pretty bad layout, not die, but it's fine. As you can see here, the damage is pretty good. The boss can take a bit slow, but it should be fine. I showcase a Pit 100, but just do the pits that allow you to level up your glyph. It don't need to be 100, it can be like 85, 90, which is already very good. What do we have? Elites? They're a little bit spread, not super nice, but... Right. As you can see, we are mainly focusing on killing elite packs. I don't spawn the boss too easily now. Some class elite pack for them. Alright, let's see the boss. As I said, it's around like 2 minutes and a half. Gonna depend on your gear. What pit you should choose? You should choose the one that you can do like in 2 minutes and a half. And some people prefer to speed farm pits in like 1 or 2 minutes with Hydrakuna and have like 4% chance to succeed the leveling of the glyph. I personally prefer to have at least minimum like 50% chance to upgrade the glyph. Otherwise, I prefer to have 70%, but it also depends on what level of pit you can achieve. But yeah, the boss can take a bit here. I had a bad layout, and Seahag is not a good boss. She is like very tanky, so that was taking like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is not too bad. But on good run, I can do like 2 minutes something, 2 minutes 10 or 15. But yeah, so this build, compared to Hydrakuna, you just get extra damage. and you use Inferno. We're gonna go through that. I will go through the gear first. I have a full breakdown on Hydrakuna. The gear is just the same. If you have more details for your gear, just check the previous video. I'm gonna like go pretty fast. You're gonna have like cooldown on this. The rune's gonna be Nagu and Se. You're gonna have the wolf to get your conjuration stack to 10%, 10, which is the max. That's gonna give you a lot more damage and mana regeneration. On Shroud, you wanna have everything on all stat. We use Seer and Vex. Seer and Vex gonna help you with your teleport here. They're gonna allow you to constant teleport even with Picker Step. Also gonna help you with the cooldown of your Inferno. Vex, very good. On the glove, I have Intelligence, Armor, Core Skill. Core Skill, this is my pit pushing glove. Like, you don't really need attack speed. You can have attack speed in terms of armor if you want it. Doesn't matter too much. Aspect, Flash Fire. Actual Kanji, the only thing that matters is resource generation, that you want a triple hit on it. Flicker Step, only thing that matter, damage reduction from close enemy, and 4 seconds, very important. That's the true only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. It's like the pants. You only need 1 GA or 2 if you want the damage reduction. The gem's gonna be also intelligence. Weapon's gonna be the same. Hydra damage, Hydra heads, temper everything in Hydra head. Very important, like a hit chance to restore primary resource. That's really important. Keep your mana up. You want to cast your Hydra when you have 100% of the mana because of Serpentine aspect. So very important to get that lucky hit chance to restore resource. The focus is going to be something like intelligent maximum resource cooldown or life if you push the pits, but I use cooldown here. Starless Sky, you want to have core skill. Masterwork everything or score kill. GA core skill 1 if you can. The second GA if you can is going to be attack speed. The jewel gem is going to be I forgot the name, idol from below, I think the one that gives you stats. That Russia is going to be elemental, you deal more elemental damage. Then you want to have 1 GA, if you can have 2, is going to be cooldown, a non-physical damage, and 25% legendary aspect. Masterwork everything on cooldown. And amulets is going to be 2 GA if you can, intelligence, primordial binding, and close legendary aspect to 100%, and masterwork everything on primordial binding. So that was the gear. I give you a lot more detail on the other video on Hydrakuna. Like, I talk about the gear, the prioritization shoes of the GA affix. I explain like a lot more, but this video is just a variant, so I'm gonna go like faster. The main changes is probably on the skill tree compared to Hydrakuna. Everything should be the same than Hydrakuna. You get Fireball to unlock the nodes, you get the mana here, core skill damage, here you got teleports, ice armor, those defensive skill, glass cannon for more damage, some defensive node to have shield up, ice blade to give you more attack speed, Hydra your main damage, so you put all your rank on crits. Then Familia here, primordial binding, very important, give you damage, give you mana regeneration, mana shield that gonna give you more toughness. So the main changes I do for Speedfarm Pits is removing lightning point if you have on Hydrakuna, removing point on invigorating conduits. If you don't have if you have hard time with your mana, you can just remove point for Orthros and use them in invigorating conduit. If you don't have, you can have that extra damage on Orthros. Devouring Blaze, Inner Flames the same. We also have Soulfire here for that extra damage. Inferno, I take points of Unstable Current, of Lightning Spear, of Invigorating Conduit, get that extra damage here, Inferno, and also Orthros. We also use Shaco, so Harlequin Crest, so you don't need to have point in Flame Shield, you can just put Flame Shield. Like, I got a question. With Harlequin Crest, as you can see here, you can't, but Harlequin Crest give you plus 4 ranks to all skill. That's gonna allow you to take Flame Shield without putting point on it. And yeah, basically the change that you can do is this. If you struggle with mana, if you need more damage or more mana, up to you. The rune, I think I already talked about it, but Nagu and Se give you the Wolf. The Wolf gonna chill and freeze the enemy very quickly, and also gonna help you to maintain your conjuration outs. The conjuration master primal binding. It used to be conjuration mastery, but now it's called primal binding. But yeah, you're gonna have 10 stack, that's gonna be a lot of damage. That's why we use Naguse, the Wolf freeze, the Wolf apply vulnerability. It's very convenient to use, and yeah, that's why we use the Wolf. Then let's see, Howardrick spellcraft. I use Moldering Ember, Bloody Charm that can help to execute enemy if you're pushing like higher pits, still useful. Fractured Core that's gonna deactivate those boring resistance auras champion. Tranquil Stone that's gonna give you unstoppable, and I use all this with Disintegrate. If you prefer Cosmic Anomaly, you can use Cosmic Anomaly, but I find Disintegrate a little bit easier to use with Bloody Charm when monster they don't die. That was for Howardrick spellcraft. Then potion, as I said, I use mana potion because that synergizes with a serpentine aspect, and we need that damage now since you're pushing higher pits to get more chance to level up your glyph. So I'm using the resourcefulness one, then I'm using intelligence one to get that extra damage, then Redamin Burst that's gonna give you maximum life for toughness, and Surging Spice to have more toughness. On the enchantment, I use Familiar Enchant and Teleport Enchant. It's still the same, it doesn't change. I have 2.6 for Perma Teleport. If you want to have a detailed guide on Perma Teleport, it's on the Hydrakuna video. I'm gonna link that in description also. But yeah, then the Paragon board is the exact same as Hydrakuna. We're gonna have Tactician here, we're gonna have Elementalist on Enchantment Master board, we have Fundamental Release with Pyromaniac. Like, the board is meant to like give you that extra damage and toughness, so I already go through the Paragon on Hydrakuna video more deeper. So if you need more detail about the Paragon, Searing Hit, and finally Elemental Summoner with Conjurer here. I believe on Mobilistic I put a Paragon 300 version. For those who ask now, you can see when you reach level 300 where you want to put your points for pit pushing. I mean, for speed farm and Hydrakuna, the Paragon of pit pushing is a little bit different. It gives you more damage, but it's roughly the same. Like speed farm pits and Hydrakuna, I would use this one, and pit pushing pits is going to be probably another video. But yeah, that was for Paragon board. Then Mercenary, I use Subo, as you've seen during the showcase. On the minimap here you can see orange dot, that's Subo. I got this question a lot, so that's just Subo that tells you where enemy are. Let's give you extra damage here. Opening fire, then I use Alskin for that extra toughness here. That's helped from a bit, but there is no like really good second mercenary anyway. It's not very relevant. And I think that was it for all the setup. I went through everything. Ocean, Paragon, and yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for me today. Everything should be up to date. I have a changelog here with a little bit more detail if you need. I have a FAQ here, frequently asked question. I will like answer more questions as I receive them. And yeah, I think that's it for me today. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time, probably maybe for pit pushing video yet. Like, the pit pushing version is not very fun to play. You don't have a lot of toughness, you can die from nothing, so yeah, I will see you next time.